everyone, welcome to my art class. Today I'm going to teach you how to use container to make a bunny rabbit. Like that. Are you ready? Let's do it. Alright. So first one, you'll need the color papers. I use white, pink, orange, and you will need the container, glue stick, color pencil. I use brown and green, and scissors, Sharpie. I use Sharpie to draw. You can use pencil, and I also use pencil doing shading part. Okay, so you prepare pencil as well. So first you will need the big paper, and then put your container in the middle, and then you are going to make a mark on the top and on the bottom. And you are going to roll it around, roll it around, roll it on to the bottom part. Okay, and then same thing without changing the position, and just move it around so you can get the shape. Okay, I'm doing already finished the left side. My right side, your left, probably. My right side. Okay, right now I'm gonna do my left. You can see you keep on rolling on the top, on the bottom too. So you will get the shape like this one. And then you close it up on both sides, close it up on both sides, and then you can cut out from this pattern, okay? So this is how I wrap it around the container. This time I do it because bunny rabbit, it's white and I want to put it inside, okay? So let me start to cut it out. You can see this paper. We are going to trace follow the line and cut it out. Follow the line and cut it out. Okay. Little by little. And this one right here. This one right here. Here you go. Okay. You have this piece already. All right. Okay, next one. I'm going to roll it up and just tuck it inside. So you see, this one, if you're a student, you can write your name so you won't lose it, all right? Like that. And then you can have a really like a, cream white on the top for the bunny rabbit, okay? And the next one, I want you to have a piece of white paper. And then let's start to draw a bunny rabbit face first. Okay. So you can see this one right here. First we make the curve, okay? Okay. So first we make the curve right here. A little bit choppy on one side, the other side, and then that's close up. Okay, and then here in the middle, same thing. Curve, choppy on the left, choppy on the right. And then you do a little nose, triangle, upside down triangle. You can color a little bit. And then you make the line goes curve to the left, goes curve to the right, and then you make the T's, split in half, circle for the I, color in, circle for the I, color in. So you see a very cute face. You are going to have this cute face. Okay, let me put it on the side a little bit. We are going to use this paper later. Okay, so this one, you can see the paper right here. I already have this one. I'm going to cut it out from here. Follow the line. Cut out the bunny rabbit. Okay, this one, I want you to save it because later I'm going to show you how to shading it together. So we save for later, okay? And next one, we are going to make the bunny rabbit's ear, okay? So one on the left, one on the right, right? You see this one on the right, this one on the left. And then actually it's same thing. You just need to make one face to the left, the other one face to the right, okay? So this one, make it long, 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 curve back, a little bit pointy on the top and rounded on the bottom. And then same thing. Inside, I suggest not doing it yet because we can use pink for this part. But I draw it out anyway. But for you, just draw the outside, okay? And then pink, we draw the other one and then blue over the top, okay? So this one, you need to do two, one for the right, one for the left, okay? Curve, a little bit pointy, you know, and then a little bit wide on the bottom. That's it. And then inside again, we use pink to draw. You don't do it now, but just showing you inner ear what goes around with it like that. Okay, so you have a left and right. Okay, so let me take out this paper. Okay, and then let's cut it around. Clean up a little bit so you don't feel confused. Cut it around. Cut it around. I got one. All right, cut it around. Got two. Okay, and next one, I'm going to have you have a pink paper ready. Okay, remember this side, you know, we are gonna do the pink inside. So you need to draw the inside. All right, just goes around the big one, do the inner part. And then you are gonna cut off on this one, okay? And this one right here for the left, same thing. You do another one, and then cut it out, glue it on, okay? All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the paper from here, cut it out. Okay, follow a line, cut it around. One. Okay, and other one. Two, I got two. All right, and then let's open the glue stick. Take the ear, put some glue. Okay, and then have this one goes inside. And I'm going to teach you how to shading later on, so save this piece for later, okay? We do shading together after. All right, and then I'm going to glue this one. Here we go. We got two. One, two, and the face right here. Okay, that's safe for later on. Okay, all right, and then next one, let's do the fee. Okay, so for the fee, we will need the white paper. Okay, let's get the white paper. Let's draw the fee. See the feet right here, right? Okay, so curve like a mountain, 1 through 3 curve, but the middle part a little bit higher. Okay, so curve 1, curve 2, curve 3. Okay, and then line goes down, 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 a little bit diagonal, make it, you know, smaller on the bottom, narrow on the bottom, and close up. That's it. Okay, that's it. That's what you need to do. Okay, don't do inside, but I'm going to show you inside, you know, for the pink part. You are gonna make the center and then a little bit oval, like that. But you know, I suggest for the white part, just draw the outline without drawing inside. We can use pink for the inside later, okay? Okay, so I'm going to cut it out from here. I have a 2. Okay, this one, let me close it. Otherwise it dries out, okay? So I have this one too. Follow the line. Little by little. Follow the line. Okay, cut out the first one. And then we cut out the second one. Little by little. go. We got 2. Okay. We prepare all the elements and then later on we do it together. Right now we need to do the pink part. Let's have a pink paper. Okay. The pink part, remember we are doing inside. So this one, we are drawing this part, oval, a little bit wide and a little bit narrow on the bottom, a little bit wide on top, narrow on the bottom, and then do oval, bigger in the center, smaller on the side. That's it. Okay, and then it's quite small, pretty small. You are going to cut it out, but it's quite small. Okay, so if you like, okay, you can fold the paper in half and do it just once. Okay, so sure. This one, I will show you one by one because the younger friend cuts slow. I don't want to do too fast. Okay, you can see one. It's small, but it won't take too long, okay? So it's okay, it won't take too long to cut. It's good practice for you, okay? 2, we got 2. See 1, 2, and then we are gonna cut out the small oval. So small, right? Small oval. You know, some of the students say, why don't you color? Yes, you can use color pencil and color. That's fine. But you know, because the color paper looks more, the color looks much better. Okay, much better. So I prefer using the color paper, okay? But if you like, you can have a color pencil and color. That's fine, totally fine. Okay. Little by little. I know it is so small, right? It's gonna be a challenge for the youngest friend, all right? Okay, next one. Follow the line. You got another one. So tiny, so tiny. Okay, cut it around. We got one. And one more. Here we go. Ta-da! Okay, that's glue. So take this one. I'm gonna take this one, put glue on the top. Put the piece over. Okay. This one a little bit in the middle, okay? And try to match. And then center here and here. Center. lighter. Teeny. One more. Here we go. Okay, another one. Glue. It's hard to pick up. Okay, glue right in the middle. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Wait, where does it go? Right here. 3. Here we go. Okay, let's put it on the side. Okay, put it on the side. Okay, that's working on the tail. All right, tail, I'm going to show it to you. This is the tail. You can do it any shape, okay? Fluffy, fluffy, any kind of shape, okay? So, like, you know, like that. Close up, okay? Or any shape. Like that, that's fine too. Okay, any shape you like, be creative. All right, I'm going to have the tail, okay, right here, and cut it out from here. Okay, ready? So we have a bunny rabbit, all the parts. Okay, and let's do the shading, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the face first, okay? You ready? All right, let's shade a little bit. With shading, without shading, it look big difference. Look, this one with shading, and this one no shading. Big difference, right? Okay, let's try, okay? So first one, I want to make this one pops out. So I'm gonna shade around this face, around. And you're gonna color in, color in, color in, color in with your pencil, okay? All right, bottom cheek right here. What I want is 3D look. So I'm gonna shade here. I'm gonna shade the edges first. Same thing here, I want it goes to the back, right? Shade a little bit on the edges first. I only use power 2. I don't want it to become like a too grayish. So I only use power 2. Not to push, not to color too much, okay? All right, and then right now you have a little shading, and but you know, I don't want it be a line. I want it slowly fade it out. So I'm gonna make my power become 1. Slowly make the area a little bit bigger. Just use power 1, very gentle. I increase the area, make it bigger, 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 slowly, slowly, increase my power. Like that. You see it's already popping out, and then really gentle, okay, kind of soft the edges a little bit more, soft, like in a power 0.5, soft the edges, okay. And then for this part, because this one pop, right, and so this one go under, so here I shade a little bit underneath, okay. Teeth, it's in the front and here on the back, so I want the teeth come out. I shade a little bit here around, so the teeth will move forward. Make sense? Okay. And then once I done, I use my finger, smudge, don't go everywhere, okay? Don't go everywhere like that. Just smudge the area you color in. Otherwise, it can look really dirty, okay? But this one doesn't look dirty. It just look blurry. Okay? Smudge only the area you need, and then that's it. And some of the students, if you feel your finger, sweat, you can use Q-tips smudge. But the best is the finger, okay? I like you to use finger the best, okay? All right, I'm gonna put the face on the side, okay? And then I'm going to get the ear, both ear. I'm going to shade, okay? Showing to you ear, okay? All right, so for the ear part, I'm going to just go ahead. This one goes around the edges. This one I don't do too much, okay? I didn't do too much. Goes around the edge. I use power 2. Power 2 goes around the edges. And on the bottom here, because it's gonna be behind the bunny rabbit ear, so on the bottom I share a little bit more. Share a little bit more. You can see that. And then slowly merge 0.5 power and smudge. Okay, smudge. Just like that, okay? Shading, no shading. A little bit different, huh? Okay? Same thing to this one. Power 2 for the edge. Around the edge. Okay, and then a little bit 0.5, softer, very softer gray, and then increase a little bit on the bottom, softer gray, pencil color, that's it, and smudge, and you can get a really soft gray. Okay, so that's it. All right, for the feet, same thing. Okay, I'm doing around outside, close to the edge. Power 2, color in. Okay, softer brown, power 0.5, power 0.5, power 0.5 on the bottom of the oval, and a little bit softer 0.5 gray, power gray, and then smudge. Okay, bunny rabbit fit. Very easy. Okay, I'm gonna do this one too. And if your finger gets really dirty, just do it on the table like that, okay? And then wash your hand later, okay? All right. Color, power 2. 1 to 5, I use power 2. Okay? Color, use with your pencil. We are gonna get a softer gray. And then on the bottom a little bit on the bottom. Bottom here. Okay, smudge. Create a softer gray and blurry look, and then more nature. Okay, so we have the feet ready, and then next one gonna be the tail. All right, you see the tail right here, and this one is without shading. This one is with shading. Okay, let's do the tail. Okay, I'm gonna do power 2. Cut the edges first. Power 2. Power 2. Okay, and I start to use power 0.5. Softer gray goes around a little bit, increase the area. One more time on the bottom, a little bit on the side. Okay, and on the bottom, let's blend it in together. Soft gray, like that. Okay, we are gonna use finger smudge. Don't smudge the whole thing, just the edges, okay? Just the edges. Ta-da! Ready? Okay, let's start to putting the face together, okay? So for the first one, I like the face right in the middle. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go ahead and put glue on the top of my container. And then I will place the bunny rabbit face on the top. Okay, and then you can see here, not enough glue. Just put a little bit more. Close up. Not enough glue. A little bit more. Close up. Okay, like that. All right. And then next one, I want to do bunny rabbit ear. You can do different way. You can do this way. You can do this way. You can do this way. You can do one on the bottom, one on the right. It's up to you. Okay? So what I'm gonna do like that. Okay? Because the other one, I have the bunny rabbit ear goes up, and so this one I want to go down. Okay, so put glue just a little bit, and then I put the ear. All right, I want it lift up like that. Don't glue on the end. Okay, same thing to this side. Put glue it on like that. Ta-da! Move a little bit on the side. I like the face look bigger, like that. Okay, bunny rabbit. Okie. All right, and then next one, I'm going to have the feet going left, and I want it up. Okay, I don't want it completely glued together. Okay, I want it lift it up. It looks cuter this way. Okay, so I'm gonna put glue and put the feet like that. All right, same thing, glue and put the feet like this. Here we go. Glue will dry out clean, okay, clear, okay, so don't worry about it. And then next one, flip it over right here. You can go to the about the middle part. Put glue, circle motion, okay, and then place the tail right on the top, just like that. Okay, and then next one, I want to make the carrots. Okay, so what do you need to do? You will need the orange paper. Okay, you need an orange paper. Let's draw the carrot. Okay, for the carrots, it's pretty easy. On the top, you make a little curve. Yeah, let me put this one on the side. You make a little curve, and then you go bumpy, 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 bumpy. Just make it bumpy, 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 but on the end a little bit pointy, kind of slanted. All right, bumpy, 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 bumpy. Just all the way and make it a little bit pointy. And then the bumpy part, when you go in, you make the line. You see this one line go in, you make the line. This one textures, okay? Texture. So you're gonna do some textures. Some is longer, some is shorter, okay? And then it will look like carrots already. And on the top, you have a leaf. You have a leaf, just go lots of leaf like that. So you're done, okay? All right, I'm going to cut it out from here. You can see this is my carrot. Okay, and I'm going to cut it around. Cut it around. Cut it around. Like that. Okay, we are going to do a little bit shading. I'm gonna use color pencil this time. Okay, And first I'm going to get the brown. You see here, first I like to shade a little bit on the side. On the side, color in brown. Color in. I should use orange, okay? But you know, because I'm doing shading, so you can use brown. It has a better result, better than orange, okay? Because orange on orange, it doesn't really show much. So brown looks much better, okay? So you color edges. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see detail, okay? And then here you are gonna just shade a little bit more when you do the line. I shade it on the top between, on the top of the line. You can see that on the top, right? And same thing on the top, on the top of the line, on the top of the line, on the top of the line, on the top of the line. Okay, and here I'm gonna increase a little bit, make it a little bit thicker. And for these carrots, I like to shade in this part a little bit more. Okay, so you can see I focus on this part a little bit more. Color in, okay? Look at that. It looks 3D now, right? Okay, right now the green part. Let's take the green. All right, first I color the whole thing in green. Okay, I use power 2. Color the green, and then in between top and bottom, the bottom part, I push a little bit harder. Top and bottom, push harder. Between the line, I push a little bit harder. Between the line. You can see like that. Okay, so that's carrots. All right, zoom out. It's pretty small, right? Okay, I have this rabbit ready. You can do it this way. You can do it this way. This way, it's really up to you how you want to, you know, place your carrots. Okay, I'm gonna put glue on the carrot, and I will decide what to put it on. Okay, how to put it on, like that, a little bit higher, like that. I think I don't need to really glue it on. I can leave it up a little bit, like that. Okay, so let me show you the outcome. This one is done. Let me show you the outcome, okay? Ready? Ta-da! Bunny rabbit, the project for today. Let me show you the other one. Hop, hop, hop. I hope you like the lesson. Enjoy, okay? It's a great project for the Easter too, Easter bunny, okay? Hope you like it, and I see you next time, all right? Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.